The time has finally come after what seems like months of waiting for us to make our predictions for the 2020 to 2023 Premier League season. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it and let's get down to business.
Okay, so first up, what a better place to start than the relegation places. Bottom of the league. I have gone AFC Bournemouth. Few reasons for this. Have they strengthened their squad? No. I mean, Ryan Fredericks is an alright signing, but it's not going to light the fireworks in the Premier League. Scott Parker, don't rate him as a manager, especially at Premier League level. I hate his style of play so much, honestly. I don't think it's going to be a particularly good season for Bournemouth, and they're relying on Dominic Solanke for goals. Says it all, really. 19th position. I've got quite a shock one here. I know I'm going to get a few comments about it, actually. And I've put Southampton. With the way they ended last season under Hassan, who I don't have big optimism from this year. Have they strengthened? Not really. Midfield, bit cagey aside from James Ward-Prowse. If James Ward-Prowse goes, then bye-bye, quite frankly. And then defence, while it can be very shaky at times, don't think Hasenhüttl is going to survive this season either for me. And then in 18th position, I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this and call me biased because I'm a Cardiff fan, but I have put Leeds United. Jesse Marsch, no, just no. In terms of signings, you've had Aronson and Christensen from Salzburg, maybe. Rocker, Bayern Munich, Tyler Adams, Leipzig. I think it's going to be a bit of third season syndrome for Leeds this year. Last season they had second season syndrome, nearly got relegated. This year they got the Jesse Marsch syndrome. They're going down. So recap on the bottom three: Bournemouth, Southampton and Leeds United.
For me, I think it's standard. Every single predictions video I've seen thus far, everybody's putting Bournemouth in 20th position, and I'm going to do exactly the same. Yeah, sorry, Cherries fans. Kiefer Moore up there came in. Okay, he was injured
striker
at the end. Well, when he actually joined Bournemouth, he got injured in those first couple of weeks, and he came back inside and he did start knocking the goals in to help out Solanke up top. Okay, got the likes of Billing in there as well. Fredericks coming in as, just a solid fullback. But apart from that, this isn't an exciting team. It's not one that I think can survive this season in the Premier League.
When you look at the other squads,
going down. Right, let's put the cat amongst the pigeons and throw everything out of the pram. Everton, 19th. Terrible last season. I think they survived by 4 points. Duncan Ferguson jumping ship as well, says
he
it
was
all.
the glue that held the club together.
You could say that when the chips were down and everything. Playing staff wise, they have got some decent players. Damari graded ever so well last season. Anthony Gordon, left wing, is a good prospect. I think he's 21 still. Dele Alli though, Dele Alli. Decore in the middle of the park, if he's fit, is a good player, but Lampard could be the first casualty this season on the managerial front. Sorry, Toffees. Never been relegated in the Premier League era. I'm not sure when they were relegated before. Maybe it was the 40s or 50s. I don't know. But 19th for Everton for me. And another big club, eyebrows raised again. You've gone for them, Nathan, but I've gone for Leeds United as well. As you said, the manager, not tip-top. I think he was in charge in America for New York Red Bulls.
Yeah.
I think he was Salzburg manager as well. So, and he's actually brought in these sort of RB Leipzig, Salzburg players, Americans as well. Not sure, people have said they are good quality, but from what I've seen coming in, not the best. You got sort of Mark Rocker coming in from Bayern Munich, but it was just a bit part player at Bayern Munich. I'm not sure if he even made a dozen appearances over 2 seasons in Bayern Munich. So those are my bottom three. Next we're going to go for 17th to 14th. In 17th position, Nathan, you say the Saints are going down. I think they're going to survive. Hasenhüttl, his days at St Mary's could be coming to an end, perhaps, if they are in and around that danger area. Maybe they'll get somebody just to save their season, but I think they'll do all right. What does worry me with Southampton could be the lack of goals. Okay, Adam Armstrong and Che Adams, I don't think they're going to hit those heady heights of even over 10 goals for this coming season.
Great in the Championship, just haven't done it in the Prem.
Brozier leaving them. Okay, he was on loan last season. He
big
did
loss.
fight. I think that's a big loss. But I do think they'll just about survive in the Premier League this season. Next up, we got Fulham. Now, Fulham, for the first time, probably, in my opinion, will not become that yo-yo club. Maybe they can start to establish themselves in the Premier League. In terms of new recruits, João Palhinha from Sporting Lisbon coming in. He looks a real decent player. Portuguese international, defensive midfielder. He's got the lot. He's strong, good on the ball, pick a pass. Him in the holding role there, or a combative midfielder, will really aid the Cottagers. Likes of Mano Solomon coming in from Shakhtar Donetsk, as well as another decent signing. So
and Babu is brilliant as well.
Yeah, very good. And I know we've got Sekularek from Juventus, but I think he's a young kid. Probably, I think he's joining their academy there. So maybe Mitrovic will find his goal-scoring boots up front. Yeah, you've got to play him, and Harry Wilson could be feeding him those the crosses where he can get onto them, and maybe he could score more than 10 goals in the Premier League. So Fulham, should do well for me this season. In 15th, I've gone for Brentford. We all know about Ericsson. He was on loan, he came in. I'm not sure if they offered him a contract to stay. He turned it down. He's at Manchester United, of course. Creativity in the middle of the park could be lacking, although they have recruited again. But I think they'll be all okay again, and another season sort of consolidating in around 15th position. Maybe they could go up or down a couple of positions here, but I think they'll be okay for another season. The Bees in 14th position. I've actually gone for Nottingham Forest, which will be the highest placed team of the promoted clubs. They've done wonders in the transfer market. Everybody knows about Jesse Lingard and the amount of wages he's going to be on. But Teo Awongui coming in from Union Berlin looks a real good prospect striker, which I need up front to aid the likes of Brennan Johnson on the wing. Neco Williams coming in, full back. An excellent player. We've seen him do it on the international stage against season internationals. He did well at Fulham as well last season. Really well, so I can see Nottingham Forest doing well. They could even finish higher.
In 17th place for me, I have gone for Brentford. Losing Christian Eriksen, massive blow for me, but made some really good deals as well. Ben Mee getting experience from Burnley, very, very good. Shrikoshka as well from Lazio, great signing in the nets. And also as well, King Lewis Porter from Hull seems to be a very good signing as well. However, the one thing does concern me is losing that player such as Christian Eriksen. I think Ivan Toney's going to quieten down a bit.
They do have him Bueno though, in midfield.
It's a tricky one, I think, for Brentford this year. Anyway, moving on, in 16th place I've gone for Fulham. I think they will stay up this time around. Very, very good squad there in the Championship. Just got to play Mitrovic. Only one thing that concerns me about Fulham, 2 words: Marco Silva. I'll leave it there in his defences. Then in 15th position, I've gone for Everton. Provisional won this one. A, sack Lampard, and B, sign some players in January. If they don't,
isn't it? Decent, so.
That is good signing, but it doesn't fix all the problems in their very, very weak defence and their midfield that's just a bit meh. And also Calvert-Lewin, is he going to stay fit on his own?
Richarlison going to Spurs as well.
They're going to have a tough season, Everton, but... In 14th, I've gone for Brighton. Tricky one for this one. The football hipsters will probably kick off on me, but Mopé, goal-wise, he's not exactly doing it, is he? Just need that little bit of extra going forwards, and I just don't know with Brighton. You know how much I don't like him, so in 14th they go. In 13th position, I've gone for newly promoted Nottingham Forest. What a transfer window they've had. Dean Henderson, Omar Richards from Bayern Munich, Neco Williams, Harry Toffolo and Lewis O'Brien from Huddersfield, Jesse Lingard, who just seems to be on a couple of billion a week with the way it's going as well. Steve Cooper, great manager. He's done some great things with a bit of mess squads as well. I mean, he worked wonders at Swansea, didn't he? Which I absolutely hated. But anyway, apart from that, I think it's going to be a solid season for Forest. Just need to keep that squad fit and make sure it does gel, which will take a bit of time. Moving on to 12th position, I've gone for a bit of a controversial one here. I've gone for Leicester City, mainly because of the way they finished last season. Don't think Jamie Vardy is going to be prolific as last year. I mean, I do say it every year, but he's starting to wind his career down. And I don't know, it's just not, this Leicester team isn't as strong as in previous years. And I feel like they do need a big transfer window at some point, and just something to freshen it up a little bit. And not Star Man.
But they have kept on hold of all their players.
They have still got
Maddison, Barnes, Tielemans. A lot of their players are coming back from injury as well. So
it's true. They could have a big year. They might not have a big year. It's difficult. Really difficult, that one. Anyway, moving on to 11th place, we've got Crystal Palace. Just same as last year, really. Patrick Vieira, really rated him as a manager last year, even though I put him in the relegation places to get sacked. But I think it's going to be another steady season for Palace in 11th place. 10th place have gone for Wolves. Bit of a tricky one, this one. I mean, Bruno Lage really solid from last year. Haven't really signed anyone aside from Nathan Collins from Burnley. But we're just going to have to wait and see how it goes. And maybe if we can get Raul Jimenez scoring once again, maybe. But yeah, another solid season for Wolves, I reckon. So that's my 13th to 10th.
My 13th position, I have gone for Crystal Palace like you. I'm very impressed with Patrick Vieira's team and squad and everything last season. They have lost Gallagher, though. He's gone back to parent club Chelsea, so that'll be a massive miss in their midfield, providing crosses and goals, etc. They've brought in a few players, like so Sam Johnson's come in between the sticks and Chick Decore has come in from Lens. So I think they'll consolidate again round about that mid-table. They could finish a little bit higher than 13th, but all the same, I think no real danger of going down. In 12th position, bit of a head scratcher this one. I did have them finishing around 7th or 8th, but I've looked into them a little bit more, and I am going to go for the football hipsters of Brighton. Losing Basuma in the middle of the park will be a bit of a blow, and there is massive rumours that Manchester City could be closing in on Cucurella at left back, and I think he's something like on a 4 or 5 year deal there at Brighton. So it'll be probably big money to prize him away off the south coast. Depends on the player, I think, with this one. So. Brighton in 12th position for me. 11th position, I have gone for Leicester. As you say, they haven't done any business so far, but there is a month still to go in this transfer window. All of these clubs can bring in players. A lot of players could move on as well. So doing this early on the 27th of July, I think Sam shuts on the 1st of September.
Something like that.
I think so. Yeah, Leicester City for me, 11th position. If they can keep the core of that squad fit and everything, then you could see them push higher up into the top 7 or 8. Surprisingly enough, in 10th position, I have gone for West Ham. Antonio can't do it all on his own, but there is big rumours. I'm not sure if he is actually signed yet, but Gianluca Scamacca could be coming in from Sassuolo in Italy. So we'll see if that one, if they can get that one over the line. If they can, you could see them moving up in positions. That's my 13th to 10th. In 9th position, a bit of a head scratcher again. This one, I have gone for Wolves. I had them really struggling last season, but did ever so well. Finishing in 10th position. They stuttered at the end of the season, didn't actually win in their last 6 matches. I think they'll improve slightly this season, and we do see the return of Adama Traore. So he puts the Willies up a lot of defences in the Premier League. If he could have a final ball, he'd be an absolute awesome figure. So in 8th position now, Aston Villa have recruited again ever so well, spent a lot of money in the close season. I think they've done that now for the last couple of seasons. Steven Gerrard, we all know his exploits in Scotland, bringing in, Coutinho, of course, has signed permanently. You've got the likes of Boubacar Kamara coming in from Marseille, Diego Carlos
solid
from
signing.
Seville, Robin Olsen from Roma, Rory Wilson from Rangers, and Ludwig Augustinsson from Seville as well, who's actually come in on loan. So I think Aston Villa almost sneaking into those European places, but I think they'll just miss out in 8th. And in 7th position, I'm looking at big things from Newcastle. Okay, they haven't actually splashed the cash massively in this transfer windows yet. There is a month to go, as we've already said, but Nick Pope coming in from Burnley as a decent goalkeeper. Alex Murphy from Galway United. Matt Targett is signed on permanently now. Sven Botman and Charlie MacArthur coming in from Kilmarnock and Lille. So I think Newcastle will open up their wallets as the transfer window progresses up until that early September deadline. So finished the season well last year. Yeah, Newcastle for me in 7th position.
Okay, so my 9th place, I have gone for Aston Villa. Now, as you said, some great signings there. Phil Coutinho getting him on a permanent is just absolutely crazy to build onto the great existing squad that they currently have as well. And I think it's going to be another solid season for him. Just need that little bit more, obviously, to get him back at the table. And mainly the defence for me, they need to improve.
Actually, Trezeguet has actually gone to Trabzonspor.
Is that a big loss though? I don't know really. Anyway, moving on next.
And they've got a good youth system at Villa as well.
Very, very good as well. Yeah, absolutely. In 8th position, I've gone for Newcastle. Got a feeling we're going to see some more deals coming through, but getting in the likes of Nick Pope, really bolstering that squad. Great decisions from Newcastle. Expect big things from them as well this year. And then in 7th position, I've gone for West Ham. Another solid season for them. That Scamacca signing, really looking forward to it. Building on from an already solid squad. So yeah, exciting times for Newcastle. Exciting times for West Ham fans, of course. Moving on to the top 6. In 6th position, I've gone for Arsenal. Really tricky one for this one, considering the way that they have been progressing under Arteta. Finished the season quite strong, but for me, when you just compare Arsenal's squad to the rest of the teams in the top 6, I think it is slightly the worst one. They have made some pretty alright signings, including Marquinhos from Sao Paulo, Jesus from Man City, and also Zinchenko from Man City as well. But I just think they need that little bit more, and they have got rid of a lot of the deadwood, which is a good start for Arsenal as well. So 6th position. In 5th, I've gone for Chelsea. difficult one for this one, but it's the same sort of thing as Arsenal. Yes, they bought in Sterling. Maybe. Koulibaly, great signing as well from Napoli, but as like Tuchel's been hinting in interviews and stuff, there are a few problems there at Chelsea as well that they need to be a bit cautious about, and I don't know. I really don't know about Chelsea this year, to be honest. Not only that as well, who will be their main reliance from goals? I mean, Lukaku's gone, Werner a bit inconsistent, Havertz, Ziyech, Sterling, who knows really.
Goals, doesn't he?
Yeah, they do score goals, but just no out-and-out striker there for me.
Well, talking about Chelsea, I'm actually going to put my hands in the fire here. I'm going to put them in 6th position. Earlier in the month, I was actually contemplating them to challenge Manchester City in 2nd position. As we say, still plenty of time to go. Defensively, I think they need another centre half. Up front, I think they need another striker up there to bolster that forward line. Although bringing in Raheem Sterling is an excellent move, really. Koulibaly at the back as well. Good, solid centre half there, but I think they do need a little bit more. It does worry me, Thomas Tuchel coming out and having a bit of a grumble in the press. That worries me slightly for Chelsea, but I think they'll finish in 6th position, which is a bit of a surprise to everyone. In 5th position, I have gone for Manchester United. They've got an excellent manager in Ten Hag coming in from Ajax, of course, bringing in 3 recruits so far in the likes of Thuram Malacia from Feyenoord, Ericsson of course on a free transfer, and Martinez in from Ajax. They are still pursuing Frankie de Jong from Barcelona, but it doesn't look like he wants to come. Been very good in pre-season, but you don't really look at pre-season. But they have had some very eye-catching results. They'll take a couple. They will take time to adjust, and those Manchester United fans will have to remain patient again, because I've got them finishing just outside the top 4 in 5th position. And talking of the top 4, my 4th and 3rd place teams, well, I've got for Arsenal. They've done me, I think they've done very well in this transfer window. The likes of Jesus coming in from Manchester City should get the goals. I know he started to fire in pre-season. Marquinhos from Sao Paulo, so a bit of an unknown quantity, I think, but excited to see him. And Zinchenko, cover at left back, but he can also play in midfield as well, because he played ever so well for Ukraine in those World Cup playoffs, didn't he? Playoff games against Scotland and Wales. So for me, Arsenal, as long as they can put the ball in the back of the net, Martinelli up front can aid that. Young Martinelli, isn't it, with Jesus. I've got them in 4th position. And in 3rd position, bit of a shock this one maybe. Some people tipping these for the title, and some others to drop up a bit. I have gone for Liverpool. Now, they have brought in 3 new recruits over the summer. They did lose Sadio Mane, of course, to Bayern Munich out of the door. But incoming, I do like the look of Nunes. I think will score goals. Young Carvalho coming in from Fulham. Not sure how much game time he'll get. And young Ramsey as well, in from Aberdeen. Their front line, though, of Salah, Nunes and Diaz does look absolutely awesome. Defensively should be solid again, but I do think Liverpool just falling short last season, didn't they? But I'm going to go for them in third position this year.
Interesting. Yeah, I've gone for Man United in fourth. The main thing you've got to look at with Man United is that they finally got rid of a lot of the deadwoods.
Well, they are going out the door. Although Martial,
slowly but surely,
Anthony Martial, we think
I don't rate him. I really don't rate him.
But apparently he's been doing excellent in pre-season.
Yeah, but will that translate into?
Don't know.
Main season, I don't think it will. So. Yeah, that's the main thing. One they need to get rid of him, Lingard, and then of course Cavani and Mata have gone as well.
Cavani, I think they do need another striker. We know that Ronaldo's back at Old Trafford in training now, so
they need number 9 for me massively. And yeah, I think it'll be a solid season from in fourth place. In third position, I've gone for Spurs. However, I thought maybe I could have put Spurs higher, even maybe winning the league. Some amazing signings coming in. Perisic on a free. Basuma, Richarlison, Clement Longley at the back from Barcelona, and Jed Spence as well, who had a fantastic season at Nottingham Forest last year. Conte in charge. He's been absolutely working them to the floor, adding on to the likes of Son, maybe Harry Kane, you could say. Yeah, solid season incoming for Spurs. And then to finish off in the final two, I have gone in second place for Liverpool. Yes, losing Mane is a big loss, but they bought in Nunes. However, needs time to gel. Apparently, he was very poor in that first pre-season game, though, wasn't he?
But I think he scored 3 or 4 then in the next match. So.
Exactly, that's the point. Adding on pairing up with Salah and Luis Diaz with that already strong defence and midfield. I think Liverpool are going to have a great season. For me, they do need another 9 as backup, proper number 9 as backup though.
Firmino's still there.
Firmino's still there, but he's more of a false 9, isn't he? Or centre attacking midfielder, you could say. And then in third position, Man City. Erling Haaland, all you need to know.
Fantastic, Nathan. So my top 2... Shocker, Spurs. I've actually got them coming as runners. Conte, fantastic manager. They recruited well. Perisic coming on a free. Brilliant signing. Basuma, of course, from Brighton is an astute signing. Jed Spence, whether he'll start in that defence, I'm not too sure, but he's exciting going forward. And for depth up front, you've got Richarlison, who on his day is a handful for any defence in the league. But Harry Kane, expect him to bang in the goals with Son again this season. They brought in depth. They're in the Champions League as well, so whether they can just nick Liverpool, I think there's only going to be a point in it. I don't think they'll outscore possibly Liverpool, so if it does come down to goal difference, goals scored, etc., I expect Liverpool to finish second, but I think the Spurs will gain more points than the season. So Spurs in second, and in first position, standard. Looks like everybody's tipping the Citizens this year to finish first. Haaland's come in, he's a fox in the box.
He's going to score loads of goals.
He is fast for a big man. He is very, very fast. Maybe when they do come against the likes of Liverpool, they'll got a bit of a high line, so maybe you can get behind them. We shall see. But overall, though, that Manchester City squad is frightening. De Bruyne, you've got Riyad Mahrez, Jack Grealish, a season on now. Gundogan is a fantastic player. Bernardo Silva, massive rumours that he was going out the door, but he's still there. Young Phil Foden, of course, coming in as well to replace, you could say, Fernandinho, who's being released as Calvin Phillips, and that's a very, very astute signing. So Manchester City, Premier League winners for me. So then, guys, that's our predictions. Remember, we have our predictions league again over at superbru.com. The link is all in the description. The passcode for this year, if you're not already joined, is STEWJOCK. Last year we had around about 120 of you playing along in the predictions league, so get over there, take myself and Nathan on, see if you can climb up that league table, play along every week as well. Also, Nathan, who do you think is going to finish as Golden Boot winner?
Difficult one, or is it? No, Erling Haaland's 100%.
I think if Haaland, if they don't save him too much for the European competitions, then it'll be him. Otherwise, I think a fit Harry Kane, scored a couple of goals against Rangers, which is no mean feat in pre-season, although historically he doesn't score until September, does he? But
no, I
think he'll hit the ground running this season. First managerial casualty?
For me, it's a pretty straightforward one. It's either going to be Hasenhüttl or it's going to be Lampard for me.
Yeah, between those two, isn't it? Before we go now, Nathan, is there anything you'd like to add? The championship season starts this Friday.
It is.
Vlogs, please.
Back on Saturday, Norwich City at home. Going to be a big crowd in that one, and a new era as well for the Cardiff City Football Club. Social channel in the description below. Thanks
for joining us once again. Make sure you do join the Superbru Predictions League. It's under Bluebird Legend. Make sure you leave your predictions as a comment as well, and we'll read through each and every one of those as well. But for now, we're both going to bid you farewell. Enjoy the Premier League. Good luck with your predictions, and we'll see you all in the next video.
I just want to be great. Yeah, I just want to be great. Yeah, I just wanna